Game 4 of the NBA Finals, and we are in Minnesota. We've won the tip. We'll give you the starting lineups in just a moment. As Kuzma sets a screen for me, I whip it back to Kuzma, but McDaniels recovers, and McDaniels is back in the starting lineup. Now Kuzma moves to his left and takes a three, misses, and rebounds to Randall. All right, over to Edwards. Edwards back to Randall. Randall cranks the three, misses, rebound Kuzma. For the Wizards, Summerz, Coulibaly, Kuzma, Sarr, and Valanciunas. The lineup that has probably been the most successful for the Wizards for most of the season. Kuzma whips it over to Coulibaly. Now back to me. 6 on the shot clock, and I'll drive against Conley. Now take the fade on the baseline, missed it, and the rebound to Randall. The Wolves have tinkered with their lineup a little bit during this series as McDaniels drives against Sarr. Now kicks it back to Edwards. Edwards, short jumper in the lane, misses. Rebound Gobert, out to McDaniels. He's got the wide open look at the three. He misses. Gobert with a second offensive rebound. McDaniels a second attempt, and he's true this time. And that breaks the seal here in Game 4. Minnesota up 3-0. For the Wolves, it's Conley, Edwards, McDaniels back to the starting lineup over DiFrancesco. And Randall and Gobert wrap up the 5. Driving downhill to Conley, out to Sarr. Sarr nails the three. And now the game is tied at 3. Conley still dealing with that inner ear infection, continuing to play through it. That's why you see the yellow cross on him. Edwards wide open. I came off to try to help on that, off of that screen. Did not matter. Edwards hits. And it's a 6-3 lead for the Timberwolves. 4:07 to go. If you're new to the channel, SeasonLongBaller, we play 6-minute quarters. And Sarr sets the screen for me. We'll try to go to Sarr again. Nope. This time into the paint. Edwards came over to help, but my left hand swoop is good. And we trail by 1. Play 6-minute quarters here on SeasonLongBaller, playing the entire 82-game schedule of the Washington Wizards through our player build, Jaymont Summerz. Game 4 of the NBA Finals, a rematch of the finals as Edwards fades to his left in the paint and misses. Rebound Wizards, over to me. Pump fake on Conley. Over to Valanciunas, who's down in the paint. Valanciunas swings. Now he's around. Wait, what did he did he get that blocked? He had gotten in front of, we got to look at that, because he had gotten in front of Gobert. So how did he miss it? Oh, Gobert stripped it right there. Okay. That's pretty bad. I think Valanciunas should have had a shot there. Okay, Edwards bobbled the pass, recovered, draws the foul on Sarr, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. I thought Valanciunas had gotten around Gobert, so he had plenty of room to make a shot with Gobert behind him. He could have used his body, extended, and scored, but that's not what happened. Gobert showing his defensive prowess, gets the block from behind, and forces the turnover from the Wizards. Edwards hits his first, and that puts the lead up to 2. Yeah, we faced the Timberwolves and defeated them 4-2 last year on NBA 2K24. And won our second title back-to-back as we won the title on NBA 2K23 as well. But an entirely different lineup, of course, back then, as you had Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis still members of the Wizards. Remember when that was a thing? All right, bringing the ball into the front court after the timeout, as Brogdon has checked in for the Wizards and DiFrancesco has checked in for the Timberwolves. Coming downhill, pass over to Brogdon, his left-hand layup misses. And the Wolves with the rebound. I think Randall dribbling it up. I think he did grab that rebound. And now Randall backs out facing Coulibaly. I'm on Edwards. Brogdon has Conley. Conley sets the screen. Edwards, who was that missed that? Coulibaly goes in for the layup. He's bumped and hits it, as Randall was the one who missed that three a moment ago. But that's encouraging. Coulibaly hit the layup. Even though he got bumped by Conley, he's still connected, and it's a 1-point lead for the Timberwolves. Again, Game 4, Wizards are up 2-1 in the series. Missed shot by Randall. My first rebound. Working against Edwards. Edwards is giving me a little bit of space. We'll back out, and we'll go pick and roll with Kuzma. With Brogdon, going little. Into the paint, and I draw the foul. Yeah, I was trying to yank that two-handed, but got fouled by Conley. And I'll go to the line to shoot one free throw in an attempt to complete the three-point play. Wizards now up by 1. We'll shut up on our free throw as we usually do. We do not like to miss free throws. I'm telling you, I hate missing free throws. Free throw is good. Coming off of a tie in career high of free throw attempts, 14 in game 3. Hit all 14. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Oh, gave Edwards too much room. He nails the 3. And Minnesota's back up by 1. But the 14 free throws were a career playoff high in 14 makes, I should say. All right, Edwards 3 puts the Timberwolves up by 1. We'll go little screen again. Trying to put Conley in action. Got the pass around Conley. He whiffed trying to catch that one. Got it to Brogdon. And the Wizards are now up by 1 again. Again, trying to make Conley play defense. I don't have any experience at it, but I don't know how well do you play basketball in general, not just defense. As Randle takes the 3, he misses. But, I was trying to get the rebound. Gobert gets another offensive rebound. Now over to Conley. Conley tried to throw a bounce pass. I guess that was into Gobert or to McDaniels or whoever that was cutting. But it bounces out of bounds off of Brogdon's leg. But I was going to say, I don't know how it is to play basketball, much less defense, with an inner ear infection. I don't know how that would feel. As looks like Poole came up off the bench. Summerz sits down. And now with 3:53 to go here in the second, we are down by 9. No, that's not good. The Wizards bench unit has not been the advantage in this series that it has been during the season. Poole and Brogdon, of course, leading that unit. Bey set the screen, and I missed the layup. Was unable to get my own miss. Bey was open. I probably could have thrown that back to him. I'll pick up Edwards. Again, trying to defend Edwards. Edwards crosses over. Messed up there. And Edwards rolls home the short jumper in the lane, and the lead is now 11. Summerz, Brogdon, Bey, Kispert, and Valanciunas are your 5 for the Wizards. Remember, Bagley III is still injured for the Wizards. Not expecting him back right now. Left-hand scoop around Alexander Walker and Naz Reid is good. You've got Edwards, Alexander Walker, DiVincenzo, Reid, and Gobert is your 5 for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker got behind me. I'm surprised he just didn't go to the basket and try to score there. Now here comes Edwards downhill. I don't know, did we get the steal? I got the block on Alexander Walker. And it's our ball. I guess that hit off of Alexander Walker after I got the block. I'll take that turnover. 2:50 to go here in the second quarter. As Kuzma looks like he's about to check in. All kinds of wholesale changes here by both teams. Looks like Kispert and Brogdon are both sitting down for the Wizards. And it looks like Edwards is back in for the Timberwolves, along with Conley. We'll go pick and roll again. Guard action. Trying to put Conley into action. Kick it over to Kuzma as the Timberwolves cover it well. I'll back out. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 3 with Edwards in my face. Straight on is missed. Gobert skies for the rebound. Snags it with one hand. Over to Conley. Conley up to Randle. Randle down low to Edwards. Intercepted by Brogdon. Brogdon to Kuzma. Kuzma takes the short jumper. Misses. Kuzma probably should have tried to drive. I noted the Timberwolves were getting back, but he probably should have tried to drive. Randle gets the pass from Edwards in the paint. Randle passes back out to Edwards. He misses the 3. Ball is tipped, and now Valanciunas snags it. Lead remains 9 for the Timberwolves. Brogdon hands off to Valanciunas. Back to me. All right, we'll go post up. As you see, DiVincenzo was on Valanciunas, so I was able to get the pass into him on the post up. He passes out to to Brogdon for the wide open 3. He misses, but Valanciunas gets the rebound. The Wizards cut the lead to 7. Valanciunas on the offensive glass there. Edwards against me, and Ant doing Ant things. Dunks on me. And with 1:31 to go here in the first half, the Timberwolves push the lead back to 11. Yeah, once Edwards got the step there, I probably shouldn't have even jumped. Not that I was going to block his shot. Now driving downhill on Conley. Got that shot over Conley, and before Gobert was able to affect that one, I was worried that Gobert was going to try to block it from behind. First of two. Got the excellent on that one to cut it to 8 with 1:23 to go here in the first half. Second of two. It's good. Cut the lead to 7. And Conley brings the ball into the front court for the Timberwolves. Again, series is 2-1. Conley drives and is fouled by Coulibaly. I don't know about that one, though. I have to admit, I almost want to challenge that. But a wise man once said, don't challenge in the first half if you can prevent yourself from doing so. Like, if it's a 4th foul on your key player, then yeah. And if it looks dubious, but maybe not in the case like that. So, okay, we'll let it slide. Conley hits both, of course, and the Wizards are back down by 9. Working on Conley. Drive. Left hand is good. Gobert was unable to block that one. And the Wizards cut the lead again to 7. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Conley driving against me. Now hesitates around the free throw line area. I was trying to help out against Edwards, who was moving in to provide some interference there. Now here comes Edwards. And I'll block Conley's shot. Oh, don't let him recover it. You know what might happen then. All right. Pass over to Valanciunas, but unfortunately, oh, that's not a good shot. Valanciunas was ahead, but Gobert was able to catch up with him. And now I'll foul Randle in the backcourt. Thankfully, that's not a transition take foul. Haven't got a lot of those in the playoffs, but great. Minnesota's in the bonus, so I'm giving them 2 points now anyway. Randle hits the first. So game 1, the Wizards beat the Timberwolves 78-66 in D.C. Then 3 days later, the Timberwolves defeated the Wizards 96-86 to tie the series at 1. And then a couple days ago, as I laid a ball up against Conley, and I draw my 3rd foul on Conley. I'll go to the line again to shoot 2. But a couple of days ago, in a hard-fought game 3, we were able to pull out the victory 91-87 as Alexander Walker checks in for Conley. Another excellent release. And that made the series what it is right now, 2-1 in favor of the good guys. Game 4, Edwards right now up top against Coulibaly. 11 on the shot clock. About a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock here in the first half. Alexander Walker comes across the floor. Now here comes Edwards coming downhill. Edwards takes the step back for the 3. He nails it. Lead is now 10, 2.6 seconds to go. I'll try to get up the floor here. Now, had to jump to get the pass, and I'm not going to get that off in time. And no, of course I would make that. Well, that's how the first half will end. Here in game 4, Timberwolves trying to even the series with a 10-point lead. We'll see you in the second half. Second half is underway. Both teams going with their starting lineups. And Conley brings the ball up to his left sideline. Now over to Edwards after the pass to Gobert. I try to help out with a quick double team there on Edwards. Now, oh, he left Coulibaly standing in cement shoes there. Scores. And the lead is now up to 12. Just underway here in the second half of Game 4. Wizards trying to take the commanding 3-1 lead. Timberwolves trying to send it back to DC, tied at 2. Pass back to Sarr. Sarr takes the 3. He's got it. Sarr hit a 3 in the first half. Maybe we've got something here. Maybe we'll keep hitting Sarr up. We'll see what happens here. 9-point lead for the Timberwolves. Sarr's 3 knocks it back to single digits. Gobert comes up top. He's not going to shoot that, of course, working against Valanciunas. Now McDaniels has the pass. Working against Kuzma. Dribbling under 5 on the shot clock. McDaniels backs out. He forces a fadeaway 3 from distance. He misses, and I've got my 3rd rebound. Gobert is now behind me. Time to drive. Around Conley. Layup is good. I've got my 14th and 15th points. The Wizards have cut the lead to 7. All right. Edwards driving. Gets around Coulibaly. I went to help, and I paid for it there. Conley took advantage of the wide open look, nails the 3, and the lead is back to 10. Slightly more than a minute and a half gone by here in the third quarter. Coming downhill, pass back to Sarr, wide open look at the 3, he got it. Cuts the lead down to 7 again. Sarr has hit 2 threes in a row. Have we found something? Not sure. Okay, Gobert drives, misses. Good rebound by Valanciunas. Pass up to me. I've got plenty of space. I'll launch. I've got it. It spins around the rim, drops, and that cuts the lead to 4. As you see, an 11-3 lead here over the last minute and a half plus. Conley brings the ball into the front court. Over to Randall. Ooh, I saw that cut, and oh man, a lot of blocks there. I don't know who blocked that, boy. We had Edwards. There were like 3 Wizards around. I'm surprised Conley missed a wide open straight on 3, but now the Wizards have possession after Conley's miss with an opportunity to close this lead down even more. All right, we'll go pick and fade with Sarr, of course. Sarr almost goes slip screen, and my layup is good. High off the glass again before Gobert could get there, and that cuts the lead to 2. Now Conley over to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Conley takes the 3, misses. Rebound Kuzma. Kuzma against Edwards. Up to Sarr. Sarr in the paint. Back to me. I've got plenty of room. McDaniels arrived late, but I missed the 3. And Randall comes out the pack with the ball. I can't believe I missed that. That was a good look. Had plenty of time to set that up. Randall fading to his right. Misses. Tipped by Gobert. We get the rebound. I think that was Valanciunas. Coulibaly up to me. Into the paint. I'll go high off the glass with the right hand. Float game is wet. And the game is tied at 50. Wizards have closed the halftime gap. And now with 2.5 to go here in the third quarter, we've got a ball game again. Conley dribbling against me. Over to Gobert. Now to Edwards. Now to Conley. I left Conley way too much room. And he hits the 3. And wait, why is he holding his stomach? Look, ear infections don't make your stomach hurt. I think I can say. I'm not a licensed doctor by no means, but I think it's safe to say that, right? Sarr passes over to Coulibaly, back to me. Pump fake on Conley. Conley doesn't go. I back out. 5 on the shot clock. We'll go pick and roll with Valanciunas. Coming downhill, taking the 3, got it. And now I've got the takeover icon, of course, right as, well, I didn't go downhill, but right as got the takeover icon to come up right as Chris Finch, head coach of the Timberwolves, calls timeout. And now, with 1:48 to go, we are tied at 53. But remember, the big thing in this so far in this series has been the difference for the Wizards when I'm on the court and when I'm off the court. And I mentioned in Game 2 where we were basically, well, Finch dapping up the assistants, where we weren't even in the game at all, basically. And I had a plus 15. Everybody else was a negative on the Wizards, but I had a plus 15 plus minus. That's pretty impressive. Now DiFrancesco into the game for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker also in the game. He tried to pick me. Oh, Randall with the nasty spin on Kuzma in the post. And that puts the Timberwolves up by 2 with 1:22 to go here in the third quarter. Me being guarded by DiFrancesco. Coming downhill. Left hand scoop is good. And that ties the game at 55. I've got 27 to go along with a trio of rebounds and 4 assists. As we get to the waning moments here in the third quarter. Alexander Walker against Brogdon. Here comes Reed on the drive. He kicks it over to Ingles, who's checked into the game. Ingles down to Randall. He's going to shoot the long 2. It's good. Randall has been playing well in this series for the Timberwolves. As Brogdon brings the ball into the front court, 2-point lead for the Wolves. All right, trying to get a screen action here. I'm open. Wow, I was way open. Now I'll take the 3. It's off. I was open a long time ago. That was similar to the play back in game 1. But Brogdon didn't give me the ball in time on that one. All right, Randall against Kuzma. He shakes and bakes, passes over to Alexander Walker. Now to Naz Reid. Reid to Ingles in the corner. Back up top to Alexander Walker. Now Alexander Walker fading to his left. Oh, he nails the 3. And that gives the Wolves a 5-point lead. Wow, I didn't think Alexander Walker was going to hit that. Brogdon back to me. I'll spin. Now drive. Hand off to Kuzma. Back to Brogdon. Under 8 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Brogdon to his left, and he nails the 3. 2-point lead for Minnesota with 3.6 to go. Alexander Walker will throw it about 3/4 of the length of the floor. And that is how the third quarter will end. Wizards cut down a huge part of the deficit at half, but still find themselves trailing by 2. Now, we're going to come out of the game, I'm pretty sure, at the end of this quarter here. I think I got that block on Edwards, even though there were a bunch of Wizards there. But I think we're going to come out as Holmes must be coming into the game. So I think we're going to come out. So here's the key. What will the score be when I get back into the game in the fourth quarter? All right, beginning of the fourth quarter. And we will see. All right, there's a highlight of Conley. That was the assist of the game. Wow. All right, here is the $20 million question. All right, beginning of the fourth, we're out of the game. And Wizards, oh wow, Wizards again down by 9. 4:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. Holmes inbounding for the Wizards. To me, I'll take the long corner. Oh, wow. Late? Very late? I don't know. That didn't feel right there. I mean, I don't feel like it was very late. Anyhow, Alexander Walker with the ball. After my missed 3. DiFrancesco back to Naz Reid up top. Alexander Walker cuts. Naz Reid against Holmes. Did we almost get a steal there? Now Alexander Walker will go with the left hand. He misses. Wait, how did he get the rebound? Naz Reid misses, and I have got the rebound. My 4th of the game. Coming downhill. Now kicked over to Poole. Poole back over to me. You know what? Let's go pick and fade with Poole because Poole is the one who's been hitting a lot of 3s all playoffs. Back to Poole, and right on cue. Yes, Poole nails the 3. Cuts the lead to 8. 3:11 to go here in the fourth. DiFrancesco over to Reid. Now to Alexander Walker. Edwards in the corner. Poole's on him. Let's see. I'll try to help on a double team here with Edwards, and he's in the paint. He lays it up short. I've got my 5th rebound. I'll push. Edwards picking up. Now I'll spin back out. Summerz, Bay, Holmes, Poole, and Brogdon are your 5. Pick and pop again with Poole. I'll come downhill. 2-hand flush. Hang around in the Twin Cities here in the fourth. It's a 6-point lead for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker, Gobert, Edwards, Reid, and DiFrancesco are your 5 for the Timberwolves. But with 2:29 to go here in the fourth, I think we're going to see both teams go with their starting lineups. So, again, this is a 2-1 series lead. Game 5 is on Sunday in D.C. Wizards want to take a commanding 3-1 lead. Now, last season, remember, when we had the Timberwolves on NBA 2K24 in the finals, we had a 3-0 lead before the Timberwolves were able to break through. They did win games 4 and 5, but game 6 in Minnesota, we were able to close out the series. This time, the Timberwolves didn't wait till game 4 to break through, and right now have an opportunity to tie this series at 2 when we head back to D.C. on Sunday. All right, pass into Randall. Over to Conley against me, and is that a foul on? Oh, foul on Sar. That's a shooting foul? That was on the floor. Can I challenge that? At the very least, that foul was on the floor, right? They're giving him continuation on that? Yeah, I'm challenging, but I don't think I can challenge it on the floor, right? Could you in the real NBA challenge if that was on the floor? Regardless, I don't think that was a good call. I will say that. I don't think it's a good call. Let's see. I'm sure that... All right, I guess that's... Okay, I guess that's the foul. So with... Yeah, it's confirmed. So with 2:26 to go here in the fourth, I mean, no need in holding on to the challenge right now. But that makes it an 8-point lead, and Conley can shoot the free throw here to make it 9. And the fat lady is warming up her pipes. It's not over yet, but we're getting close. Wizards down by 9, 2:23 to go. Driving against Conley. Kick it over to Sar. Wide open look at the 3. Oh, Sar misses. Sar has been shooting well in this game. But we probably needed that one if we wanted to get back in. Randall driving against Coulibaly. Kicks over to Gobert. Now back out to Conley. I'm on him. Sar is on Edwards. I don't like that matchup, but I don't want to leave Conley. He shot pretty well open. Now Edwards takes the step back. It rolls off. He misses. Pass, rebound by Valanciunas. Pass up to me. I will drive on Conley. Gobert is late to arrive, and I get the three-point play opportunity. And Conley, what is that, 4 on Conley? Yeah, if that had been a charge on Conley a minute ago on that foul, that would have been really significant. But we draw another foul on Conley here. And now I have a chance for a three-point play opportunity. It's good. Cut the lead to 6. Minute 52 to go. We're not quite dead yet. But we're going to need some stops, of course. Conley over to Randall. Randall working against Sar. Now McDaniels passes it back to... I saw the cut from Edwards, but could not get there in time. I get the foul. Edwards has the chance for the three-point play. Yeah, you see, I was trying to get in the way, trying to block the shot. I was trying to do everything I could to stop that from happening. I left Conley, of course. Does not matter. Edwards finishes. And now a chance for a three-point play to put us back down by 9. Minute 36 to go here in the fourth. He's got it. Nobody has missed a free throw this game, too, I don't think. All right, coming down the side. Taking a step back. Take the 3. Missed it. Slightly late. Pass up to Conley. Tired of seeing that yellow cross. As if it's just like the computer's mocking us. He's still affected with an inner ear infection. Gobert to Edwards. Coulibaly picks him up. Now on the 3 on the shot clock. Edwards with the straight on 3 misses. Rebound Sar. Sar pushing into the front court. Up to me. Gobert is back, but I will drive. Two-hand flush is good, but it's still a 7-point lead with 57.6 to go. Full court pressure by the Wizards. Randall comes out of the pack. Now here comes Randall downhill, and Randall can't. You see how he turned in the air, flipped it around his waist to hit? To get that pass out? Yeah, I think that means we're going to lose. Edwards takes the 3. Of course he nails it after that. We had Randall hemmed up. I'm sorry. 35.1 to go. Lead is back to 10. And now with under 30 to go, as I'll take another 3. Slightly late again. I'm off. Looks like game 5 will be in D.C. Lob from Conley to Gobert to put the exclamation point on this one. It's a 12-point lead for the Timberwolves. I'll come downhill against Conley, draw the foul, and get the basket. That is 5 on Conley, but that will not matter now. as we will be heading back to D.C. on Sunday with the series tied at 2. Hope you join us for that one. I'll go to the line to shoot a free throw. I'm at 36 with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. But also important, I don't think I had any turnovers this game, which is good. Woo! I talked on that free throw, but I was able to make it. As you see, Dillingham has checked into the game for the Timberwolves as their bench unit is in. They'll just run out the clock. And that is going to do it here. It is now an even series. It becomes a best of 3, 2-2, as we head back to D.C. for Game 5 on Sunday. I hope you join us for that one. I'll finish with 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, but that is not enough here in Game 4. And, of course, that means we will be coming back to Minnesota for a Game 6. Minnesota gets the 12-point lead. And we will be going back to D.C. for Game 5. As you see, Ant Edwards gets the player of the game. No surprise there. They didn't have to show that dunk again. That's it for Season Long Baller. If you like what we do on the channel, go ahead and give us that like and subscribe. And hit that notification bell. It is much appreciated. That's it for Season Long Baller. See you on Sunday. Peace.